I'm going to show you how to use mascara makeup if you have larger pores, more oily skin. We've been testing out a few things on Mandy, that is her skin type, and we found some things that work really well. So I'm going to show you how you can do that today. I'm going to use this Power Powder brush, and I actually think the new Buffy brush that they just released would be another really great brush to use. Just because if you are someone who has larger pores, you want to really press into the skin versus swiping to really set the makeup. But before I do that, I forgot to mention that we are going to prime her skin with this Becca Matte Poreless Primer. It's definitely one of the best ones that I've used. I feel like it just works really well. So we've tried mascara, what, 2 times, Mandy? Probably. Yeah, a few times. And it just hasn't worked because one, we didn't have a good primer on this side, but we also realized that we have never had the right shade for her. I'm gonna use Candlelit on her, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna use this side of the brush to press the highlight into her face. Okay. So we're going to start by just coming under the eyes. Again, just pressing that into her skin. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Detail Hack brush and I'm going to use this side for her contour. And I'm going to go in with this olive shade right here. It's just a little bit warmer. And I'm going to do the same thing with the contour. I'm going to have you turn towards me. Instead of swiping it, I'm going to really kind of press that contour in. I'm going to take the B-squared brush and I'm going to do a little blush and bronzer. Keep that blush right on the apples of her cheeks to bring the focus to the center of the face, into the eyes. And I'm just kind of dabbing it in there and trying to avoid the swiping motion. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bronzer. And with the bronzer, you're just going to come straight across the forehead and then kind of down the temples and on top of the cheekbones. And I'm going to use the fluffy side of this brush to really blend everything versus using the sponge. I will use a sponge just a tiny bit for like the lines, some of these lines here, but for the most part, I want to blend with the brush. Make sure that you bring that highlight. You don't want the highlight to be covering up the nostril area. So, or sorry, the contour. So I'm just going to bring some of this highlight down to clean it up. Okay, look up. Take the Stay Setting Spray and do the Stay Setting Spray without SPF, just because sometimes the SPF can make you actually a little bit more oily. So I'm just gonna spray you, Mandy. Ready? Then I'm gonna take just a setting powder, take this air spun, and I'm just going to press this all over into her skin and just give it, it's gonna give it a little bit more matte finish. Really lock that highlight in place. So she has the primer, the setting spray, and now just a light dabbing of this setting powder. Let's see, we'll zoom in on Mandy's face a little bit, but like, she looks pretty dang airbrushed. She looks really good.